Hey, you guys, let's do a real newspaper tonight. I haven't gone through a real newspaper in a long, long time, and we could fall asleep together. I want to try to do 45 minutes, but I think I'm going to finish off this package of bubblegum made in the USA. Big League Chew bubblegum. I think I'm just going to finish it off because I can't stand it. Isn't that kind of cool? It's like this little, I think they try to make it look like tobacco. I'm going to get some more of that. Okay. I'll just keep my scissors. This candle never loses its nice smell. I love it. Okay, so let's try to do 45 minutes so we can fall asleep. When I make these long videos, and I'm making them, and my thought is I'm always going to upload it later in the day when we're all ready for bed. That this is like a video of somebody just there with you. Sometimes it's hard to fall asleep when you're by yourself, or if it's too quiet. Just everything going on in our lives. Sometimes it's just too hard to fall asleep. Oh, I find that when I'm making these videos, my thought is how relaxing it is to have the sights and sounds of somebody just right there, typing or reading a magazine or a newspaper. It just seems comforting to me. That's always my thought when I'm making these videos. And I get so relaxed. Sometimes when I make these videos. I have to really push myself to not fall asleep sometimes. Okay. realize sometimes I like to do repetitive things. I realize that for me, there's something about the repetitiveness, like the same thing and the same. Everything is just comforting for me. It's just helps me relax more. So. Okay. I'm a little nervous with the candle. That's all we need is for my next blooper to be me catching my props on fire. Let me see. If I put that there. This is a July 16th, 2016 edition of the Ventura County Star. And the reason I even have this is somebody threw it on our driveway on accident. And I walked around for a week, across the street, up the road, down the road, thinking it was someone else's paper. So, look, it's $1. It's $1 for newspaper during the week. I remember when it was like 25 cents or 35 cents. $1 used to be the Sunday edition. Okay. Well, I might have to get rid of our mood candle. I'm not sure. Okay. Sure. Just go through the headlines. I think I better move this. I'm not going to move it too. Darn it. I really wanted to keep my little mood candle out. Let's see if that will work. Not guilty plea filed in teen death. Truck driver faces hearing for hit and run. Oh, that's terrible. I might have to pick and choose the headlines, because some of the headlines might not be relaxing to go to sleep at night. Turkish government. Remember that? Turkish government fears in control after attempted coup. Remember that last week? That was crazy. Pilgrimage to see the Pope. Okay, let's see. Oh. police nab a new suspect in homeless attacks. So they nabbed somebody at San Diego. That's good. Report criticizes mental health in jail. A man convicted of murdering a police officer in Riverside County. They have a nature shop, Wild Birds Unlimited. Some receipts here. Cheap Sports summer sale. The outdoor sports store, Patagonia. Auto Museum, Murphy's Auto Museum, open on weekends. Where's that at? Okay, Ventura County. Museum. I love old cars. Okay. State certifies Clinton's primary win at only 76.67. Excuse me. Only 47.6% of the state voters participated. Come on, you guys, we need to vote. And we need to really participate. We realized it got too hard to go out physically to vote. So we're registered now for absentee ballots. So I just want to encourage you guys, if you don't vote because you can't vote because of the time to get your body physically to the voting booth, you can always just fill out a little thing for absentee ballots. And it's so much easier and it's less stressful because you don't have to do all that stuff. You can do it in the privacy of your own home. If there's even such a thing as privacy in your own home anymore with all the internet. Psychologist gets 6 years for hit killing spree of 1995. Santa Ana. Route 66, the Mother Road is going green. Have you guys been on Route 66? We love that road. It's like really going through history or going through time every time we go on down that route. It's never boring. But Mother Road is going green. Solar panels charging the sites. Route 66. Suspect in the French truck attack was a petty criminal. Officials say that the driver probably linked to radical Islam. Indiana Governor Mike Pence and Donald Trump take to the stage for a rally. We saw that. Ooh, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, a murder suspect escapes. Oh, that's real relaxing. That's terrible. A first woman spreads Zika through sex in New York City. Oh my God. Government standardizes sermons in Egypt. I don't know. China, 53 held in probe of fatal landslide of 2015. Navy, oh my goodness, this is terrible. Navy to put armed sailors at recruiting centers. Here's a picture. There's a picture of a bunch of people. It says dozens of people gather on Friday in Sydney, Australia to play Pokemon Go in front of the city's famed opera house. I don't even put like Pokemon Go. I'm afraid to download because Pokemon, I think that means like a monster in your pocket or a devil in your pocket. I think translated it means a monster in your pocket, and I'm scared. Excuse me. So I don't even dabble, or I don't even do that because I don't. Simi RV and off-road vehicles. Simi Valley. I didn't know they had an RV place there. Sit and sleep. Your mattress superstore. Do you guys have like fancy mattresses, and do they really help you sleep better? It's amazing how expensive beds can be. I'm just curious, like, all those beds that one side, each side you can raise and lower and make it just perfect. Because we don't have that kind of bed. We just have the old-fashioned mattress. And usually it's not a physical uncomfortable reason. If I can't fall asleep, it's usually all in my mind. It's usually just settling my mind. So I'm just curious. 3 UC Berkeley students injured in Nice, and 1 study abroad student is still missing. Oh my goodness. Collector has century of autos on display. His interest in autos began at age 5 during the Depression. He has a collection over in Chicago's northwest side. F-35 jet finally may be rising above its problems. The F-35 parts are made in Southern California. And production runs far behind the original plan. The race to the autopilot may put Tesla at risk. And the feds ponder technology's role in the wreck. Tesla. They've been having accidents with the Tesla autopilot. Excuse me. But I don't think the people are using it right, are they? You're not supposed to really, like, go to sleep and put it on autopilot. I think that the manual says it's just there to help you, that you're really still supposed to have your eye on the road. But I think they really put it on full autopilot, but I'm not sure. Retail sales rise in June. Shoppers walk by a Samsung store in Miami, Florida. On Friday, the Commerce Department released U.S. retail sales data for June. Infiniti car special of the week. Lease a new 2016 Infiniti for $340 a month. Home furniture. What is this? Ashley Home Store. 6 years, no interest, and no down payment. Young Catholics plan a pilgrimage. Young Catholics carrying an icon of the Virgin Mary and a cross during a pre-event of the World Youth Day in Brazil from 2013. This year's event will be held July 25th through the 31st in Poland. Oh, I didn't know that. Conejo Valley fire danger is now eased. Lake Sherwood now containment reaches 100%. Oh my goodness, that's where all our movie stars live, over in Westlake Village. Lake Sherwood. Apparently, there was a huge brush fire that erupted, but it was quickly contained. And here we have a centurion briefly takes the plane controls. Oh, this lady, for her 100th birthday, Miss Tide helps buckle in Mrs. Drace into the co-pilot seat of an aircraft before leaving the Valley Airport on a flight around LA, Los Angeles, and Ventura counties. So for her 100th birthday, she is flying around in a small airplane for the first time ever in her life. How cool is that? Okay, cool. Federal Court appeals rejects Navy sonar use rules. Trailer overturned Highway 101. Somebody was towing a trailer. Nobody got hurt. It says, for reasons still unknown and under investigation, the driver lost control. The trailer overturned, blocking 2 of the northbound lanes. and closing them for 2.5 hours while the debris was cleared. No one was injured in the 4 a.m. mishap. River bottom fire was quickly extinguished. Another fire. Right now, Southern California is battling that sand fire over by in Santa Clarita. That's kind of like by Magic Mountain. And I'm pretty sure that's in Ventura County. I'm pretty sure. Oh no, Magic Mountain's not in Ventura County, I don't think. I think Santa Clarita is, but all these little fires. There was a little brush fire at Lake Sherwood. Now there's one at the Ventura River bottom. Coastal trail hikers coming to visit on Tuesday. Councilman to launch a re-election campaign. Multicultural festival seeks applicants. A Star Wars film to be screened. Verdict. Guilty verdict reached in a Little League theft. Somebody in the Little League department for the Little League had access to all their debit cards and charged thousands and thousands of dollars on a joy spree. Terrible. Bridge work to affect traffic. Ventura County. Caltrans will close several lanes on several highway bridges and ramps in Ventura County overnight during the next 2 weeks. Well, that's good. They will do it at night, so that's nice. Why are adjustable beds... Excuse me. Here's a paid advertisement for what are adjustable beds and why is everyone talking about them? From Spencer's Mattresses. I was just asking about that. You can sit up, lie down, and do anything in between. Recline to feel gravity. And they're made in America. And they have memory, sleep positions, and a smooth, whisper quiet motor. You could elevate your feet, and you can sit up if you had acid reflux. Religion directory. Faith can be challenged by prejudice. Temple welcomes all to Mitzvah Day. Presbyterian Church hosts a Bible school. Nonprofit faces 2 decades of service. Pope Francis outlines his upcoming trip plans. And new out of South Carolina, a new Presbyterian leader recalls his roots. Fishers of men and bass. Anglers open each tournament with a worship service out of Franklin, Indiana. Interesting. We've been to Franklin, Indiana. As president of the Bassmasters, Todd and guests coordinate the group's worship services, and the club, and Jim such and such is the club tournament director. Oh my gosh, I love these feathers. I love these feathers. Show to feature the nuns of the Old West out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. Sister Belinda Segon, an Italian-born nun who once was challenged by Billy. Oh no, excuse me. She challenged Billy the Kid. Oh, interesting. Oh, here's a good story. 220-year-old Bible is back with the family. Oh, I might have to read this story. This, look, right there. 220-year-old Bible. I'm not reading it just because it's a Bible. I would read it for anything that's 220 years old in a family. No matter what it is, I would read it. This is an article by Garrett Cabeza on Moscow Pullman Daily News out of Moscow, Idaho. It is not often that you can flip through a book that was printed during George Washington's presidency. Oh my goodness, this is going to be a good story. Coffee. But Roger Baker has a Bible that belonged to his great, how many greats? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 greats. Grandfather Andrew Baker. Andrew, who lived Baker 1749 to 1815, was a pastor who lived in North Carolina and Virginia with his wife Elizabeth Avant. And Andrew had 9 children who fought in the Revolutionary War. It is a wonderful thing to be able to say, I know who owned this, and it's 220 years old, said Roger, who was born in Kendrick, Idaho, and is now retired in Worcester, Massachusetts. Oh, that's a mouthful. Worcester, Massachusetts, especially with a lot of gum. Worcester, Massachusetts. It's important that people realize that we have a past and we have a heritage. And if you go far enough into the future, that past tends to get diluted more and more and more. Isn't that the truth? Roger has had the Bible, which includes the Old and New Testaments, for about a month. He said it was printed in Edinburgh, Scotland, in 1796, and it appears that the Psalms of David pages were added in 1797. The Bible also had papers in it. Oh, how cool is that? Including a song most likely written about the Civil War and a Sunday reading by Henry Ward Beecher. How cool is that? An American Congregationalist clergyman, social reformer, and speaker in the 1800s. The Bible has the birth dates of Andrew's children written on one page of Inside the Bible. Roger, at 67, was tracking down his family history online when he came across a picture of Andrew's grave and pictures of the opening page of the Bible and names on the back of the Bible. Is this continued, or is that the end of the story? I guess that's the end of the story. How exciting. I love stories like that, whether it's, no matter what it is. I love history. Let's see. Do you guys have summer concert series? There's every summer they have like these summer concert series. Radio Rebels, Ladies of Sola, and every year we have like an awesome Elvis impersonator. Local. Obituary. Community brief. Films in the park to be discussed. How you can help celebrate the National Park Service. Centennial with Hollywood's greatest backdrop, the national parks of the West. How cool is that? You know what I do a lot? This is crazy. I'm such a Hollywood movie star fanatic. So often when we're watching a movie, obviously, especially the old westerns or stuff from like the 70s and 80s, everything always looks so familiar. So I always end up going on the IMDb app, Internet Movie Database, and like 99% of all this stuff we watch on TV was all filmed around here. It's pretty cool. Sad part though, just to update on the sand fire, I think it burned down a filming ranch. I think. Did you guys hear that yesterday on the news? Out in Santa Clarita. There's a lot of movie filming, outdoor ranch filming locations, and I think I heard that the ranch burned down. That's terrible. That's full of good movie and TV history. Nonprofit schedules free yoga sessions and singer to perform jazz and show tunes. Well, I'm enjoying this. New gun control laws make sense despite the politics. Letters. Save our beaches. Come on, Edison. Somebody is upset about the Edison Electric Company. Respect is the key to racial harmony. Well, I can say something better than that. Respect is really almost a key to everything. I've been learning that in life. That respectful of every little thing. It has to start with your own self. But I've been working on that. Is to really pay special attention. Like, what's my attitude in my own home when I go out? Respect is key to everything, I think. I'm working on that in my life. Okay. Hey, you guys, remember I said this was going to be 45 minutes? I'm having such a good time doing this. I think I'm going to make this an hour. That'll be fun. I haven't even burned up anything with this candle. So it all worked out. Let's see. Opinion. Alright, I did that page. Commentary. Trying to walk in another person's skin. Can the Donald woo the women? I think women are smart enough. They'll know who to vote for. PA. Enter to motorists. To caffeine addicts. Oh my gosh, caffeine addicts. Starbucks is raising prices again on brewed coffee, espresso beverages, and tea latte. 65% of the beverages prices will remain unchanged, but they're thinking to raise prices from 10 to 30 cents. This comes after Starbucks announced it was raising base employee pay by 5% or more. Can you say cause and effect? That's terrible, but I understand. I understand it. So, yeah, we need to realize that we just need to pay more attention to stuff. So that makes sense. To the motorist, plan a little bit more of a delay through some cities as they're planning stoplights and major highway construction during the summer. Oh my goodness. To music lovers, they're having a concert in the park between now and September in the local city. Check local city schedule. That's fun. That's always fun during the summer. Now, very cool. Where to write to all these people. President Barack Obama. He just care of the White House in Washington, D.C. I have all these Ventura County people and California people. Governor Jerry Brown. Dianne Feinstein. That's kind of cool. I was thinking, do people even write letters anymore? Or you could just go online and do an email. I like writing old-fashioned letters with an old-fashioned stamp that you lick. Do they even sell stamps that you lick anymore? Pets. Look at all the pets. They have a whole page dedicated to local pets. Pet of the week. Pet of the week. Surgery for your pet. Locally owned.
Flying High Pet Resort, where all dogs and cats fly first class. Doggy daycare, dog and cat boarding, grooming, and dog training. Here's a cats only boarding facility where cats rule and dogs drool. Kittyland Resort. How cute is that? Now, Humane Society, Ventura County. Man's best friend need dog. Hey, that's a very cool idea. You know, back in the 90s, when we got our girls their first dog, you'll never believe this. We found 2 of the best dogs at the Santa Barbara Humane Society. It was amazing. They were perfect for kids. They were Australian Shepherd Border Collie mix. They were wonderful. I would suggest, if you guys don't know what kind of a dog to get for your child with a child in the house, Border Collies and Australian Shepherd. They are so wonderful. I can't even begin to tell you. But anyways, they were both brothers. So they got them and they were a few months old. They were wonderful pets growing up for our children. We never once had a barking or growling incident with those dogs. Never. And the one time we had one growling incident with one of the dogs was my fault. I had snuck up behind one of the dogs and grabbed their tail because there was a huge wad of something on their tail. I forgot what it was, tar or something. And the dog growled because I think it thought it was the other dog. And when he turned and looked and saw that it was me, you could see how his whole face was sad and like embarrassed, and how he just kind of curled up, like he wanted to just curl up, like he was so sad that he had done that. And that was the one and only time any of us family members can remember that either one of those dogs ever growled or even looked mean at us. So that's why I'm saying they're really wonderful for children. Border Collies, Australian Shepherd mix. Petropolis, the all-natural pet supply store. Full service grooming, nutritional counseling, community outreach. It's a whole page dedicated to cats and dogs. Oh, Dear Heloise. Oh my goodness. I love Dear Heloise. Maybe I should buy the paper more often so we could do the Dear Heloise. Vacation goes with the dogs. Send a money-saving or time-saving hint to Heloise out of Texas. Vacation season, but what's a vacation without our beloved dogs along? Oh, they have hints for their safety during travel. Subscription card magician. Dear Heloise, before I read a magazine, I tear out all those pesky subscription cards and sheets that don't belong in there. Then I heave a sigh of relief and I can relax and look at my magazine from Nona out of Texas. Room with a view. Dear Heloise, I wear bifocals and I was replacing the kitchen sink faucet in my home. The space I had to work in was tight, and it was difficult to see the fittings. Then I had a flash of inspiration. I took off my glasses, flipped them upside down, and put them back on, and voila! The bifocal portion was in the correct area for me to see. That was Cindy out of Arkansas. Toothbrush, mustache brush. Dear Heloise, I have had a mustache for 50 years, and I have used many different combs and brushes to keep it well groomed. While replacing my toothbrush, I gave it a try on my mustache, and I found it to be perfect size and the bristles worked perfectly. So you guys, before surfing the internet for a pricey mustache brush, look for an inexpensive brush by trying a medium bristle toothbrush. That's from Sam out of Huntington Beach, California. Black and blue. Dear Heloise, my husband owns black pants and a few navy pants as well. Every time he thinks they are blue, they are black. I told him, I will solve your problem. I will put a small safety pin in the pocket of the blue pants. And he agreed to do this, and it worked. And out of Staten Island, New York. Aspects of sexual function change as men age. Yes, we know. Okay. Weather forecast between the 60s and the 70s. Mild. That's typical for this area. Mild climate. Although this week has been a little bit hot. Patriots quarterback Tom Brady will not ask the U.S. Supreme Court to block his 4-game Deflategate suspension. Mickelson shines to maintain the lead of the golfing world. Tailor-made win. Infielder hits a grand slam and just misses cycle in Dodgers route. Oh my goodness. Chris Taylor. Wow. At a grand slam. He follows through on his grand slam in the 6th inning and he came up a single short of the cycle. Isn't that cool? To get a grand slam. I had a few grand slams in my childhood softball career. I played city girls softball back in the day, in the 70s, early 70s. 2 years. I went to All-Stars for 2 years. That was wonderful. Well, a grand slam is awesome. I didn't have too many of those. Brady drops his appeal to serve suspension, and it will cost him 4 games. He's not going to appeal it. Sparks beat Sun. tie for the start. Gerald's goal leads Galaxy over Dynamo. Lakers Nance has only a sprained wrist. Good for Larry Nance of the Lakers, Los Angeles Lakers. Magic get Wilcox in trade. The Orlando Magic has acquired C.J. Wilcox and cash from the Los Angeles Clippers for Devin Marble. Two players to skip the Olympics over the Zika virus. London, two top 10 tennis players have withdrawn from the Rio Olympics, citing there's concerns about the Zika virus. Simona Halep and Milos Raonic for the men. Simona for the women's and Milos for the men. Well, I don't blame them. I might be concerned too if I was them. I don't know. Two players out of the NFL were suspended for drug violations. Second-year running back Carlos Williams of the Buffalo Bills and the San Francisco 49ers linebacker Aaron Lynch, they have been suspended for the first 4 games of the regular season for violating the NFL's substance abuse policy. The Dallas Stars captain Jamie Benn signed an 8-year, $76 million contract extension. The team announced the deal a day after Ben had surgery to repair an abdominal muscle injury. How cool is that? To get that much money. So $76 million over 8 years. So 8 times 8 is 64. 8 times 9. Not quite $10 million a year. How cool is that? So he probably gets maybe half of that. $5 million. How cool is that? Well, you guys, this has been fun. All we have left are the classifieds, the real estate, and local store. We could do that in another video for another time. It's been fun. We did a whole hour.